What is up, y'all? Step back here a little bit. My name is Evan Strong, the founder of InTheImageClothingCompany. Yikes, here's a big one. Today is the 1st of July, 2026. This is a video under our main side, one of the 4 sides to In The Image Clothing Company. The title of this video is, You Can Only Adduct or Abduct from the Neutral, okay? I actually filmed this video down in St. George, Utah about a month and a half ago, okay? It didn't save, so let's film it again. We'll do it as needed, meaning I'll say what's needed to say to discuss this in this video. In the Image Clothing Company, what are we, who are we? Well, our slogan is allowing the body to work. The human body is just measurable mathematical degrees of hinges, levers, and rotations. Just this mechanical machine placed onto this rock in space that is our Earth. Truly, there is only one way the human body could ever possibly physically, mechanically operate. I say there's only one way the human body could ever work, but I'm talking about literally, physically, motion-wise moving, okay? Our bones connect directly to each other through ligaments. There's a thin layer of cartilage, which we could call cushioning, between the bones, so they don't wear each other out. But the bones are very, very, very specifically shaped and lengthed. Okay, they only mesh the way they do, and no other way ever, or the body is damaged. Muscles connect to bones through tendons, and muscles pull to do anything. So they pull to close a hinge joint like the elbow, but there's always opposing muscles that pull on the other side of the same function, so we pull to extend a hinge joint like the elbow. So with this video's title, on the 1st of July, 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main site here, you can only adduct or abduct from the neutral. Well, adduction is bringing the leg in, or really even bringing it all the way so far in that you go across the body, and then abduction is pulling the leg out and away. So there's always opposing muscles in everything in the body, okay? Opposing muscles. That's how the body works. We have a neutral position to the entire human being in all the ways. Okay, Earth's vertical gravity pull comes down and meshes with the horizontal surface to the planet Earth. This is a 90-degree right perpendicular angle. There truly is only one way the human body could ever possibly physically stand up, meshing with this vertical pull to gravity. Okay, there's a center line to our bodies, the sternum, the spine, the trachea, the nose, and our jaw. The jaw naturally stabilizing the entire body with musculature up to the crown of the head, down to some of these upper ribs, and out to the edges of our shoulders, going through the collars of our tops, okay? We are a clothing company, In The Image Clothing Company. The 1st of July, today's date, 2026. You can only adduct or abduct from a neutral position, okay? We have 2 legs, okay? 2 feet at the bottom of our 2 legs, evenly opposing the center line of the human being, gripping arches inward. That's how we stay vertical, okay? At our foundation, at our feet. So what we have is a vertical line from the top of one leg to the bottom of the same leg. Gravity just hangs our leg down, right? Just straight. But then we just set it down. Vertical, from the very top of the upper leg bone, called the femur, at the femoral head, meeting into the acetabulum of the hip, okay, straight down to the heel of the foot. It's all just one straight line. Gravity, wow. Earth's vertical gravity pull, okay? There truly is only one way the human body could ever possibly work. I hit that point so hard, so often, as the founder and leader for life of In The Image Clothing Company, me, Evan Strong, because so many people are preaching and pushing opinions and ideas of workout plans and all of these stretching routines and diets The human being is a mechanical machine placed onto this rock in space that is our Earth. It abides by universal laws that are outside of all of us: physics, gravity, mathematical motion. There's no way you can ever possibly get the human being to do anything besides what it does. So this video is titled, the 1st of July, 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main side. You hear people talking about standing with the feet at shoulder width apart, and that's not going to help you. Because you could have different width shoulders. Also, when your shoulder comes up, it comes in, and when it goes down, it goes out, pivoting up an internal rotation or down an external rotation on this collarbone called clavicle, one of the 3 bones of the shoulders. And so depending on if your shoulders are resting in their only neutral position or not, and just the positioning of your shoulders, if maybe you've got a rotation in your spine traveling up into your shoulders, the width of your shoulders could be different. But your feet, regardless of your shoulders, stay directly, vertically beneath the top of your legs because of gravity. It's that simple when we see it. As I say, as the founder and a leader for life of In The Image Clothing Company, it's as obvious as it is once you see it. With a lot of the things we discuss under In The Image Clothing Company, keeping every, any, and all opinions aside we possibly can, there's only one way the human being could ever possibly work, and you can just measure it mathematically. It's just, how can these bones that connect directly to each other operate with this hinge, lever, and rotation system we have called the human being? There's no way you'll ever get it to do anything else. Never. It's impossible. It is impossible unless you change the shape and or length of your bones through surgery, maybe. You always stand with your feet just directly beneath the top of your upper leg bones where they meet into your hips. Okay? From here, we can bring the leg in. Adduction. From here, we can bring the leg out. Abduction. Okay? We can bring the leg in, or we can bring the leg out. We can stand on one leg, and gravity can just hang the other one. Okay? On either side. We have 2 feet, and you can only ever possibly adduct or abduct from the neutral. If you're too far apart at the feet, you try to abduct and you fall over. You try to adduct and you fall over. It's gravity. It's physics. It's not my choice. It's permanent truth. Our bodies are designed in the image of God, being designed in the image of Jesus Christ. Here's your clothing company. In the Image Clothing Company, our 5-word company name, no spaces between the 5 words. This is a lot of what we do, is deliver truth about how the human being's functioning happens. Okay, the anatomy of the human body, we discuss it in depth. We give a lot of free modifications in clothing, though, because here's the thing. Clothing's the only thing physically placed on us. The literal word of clothing the body with anything. You can only adduct or abduct from the neutral, okay? That's it. Anyway, yeah, anything physically placed on the body, clothing, the literal word, hats, gloves, pants, shoes, socks, maybe, more than sops, but tops, undergarments, jewelry, glasses, anything, it doesn't matter. Whatever you place onto your body, the literal word of clothing your body with anything, it's got to do at least the very basic 3 things. Stay centered, fit correct, things like joints of material meshing with joints of body parts and all the ways that happens, okay? And be made in all the ways we can from 100% natural materials. Matter cannot be created or destroyed, brother. It's just like how gravity only does what it does, and you can only adduct or abduct from the neutral. We could say it like this. You can only have flexion or extension from the neutral there's only one way the human body could ever possibly work. No opinion to it that could ever possibly matter, myself included. Okay. Anyway, so there you go. We're done. I mean, this is one of those videos. I said I made it in St. George. I already made this video. It was probably somewhere around an hour-long video, and I showed a lot of the body just working and how it does work in this neutral vertical position. It's just the same in a lot of different positions, if you will. But, you know, there's always just this vertical pull to gravity, and you can only adduct or abduct from the neutral. So it's just the width of your own individual hips that never change once you're full grown, okay? The width of your hips or the pelvis at where the upper leg bones meet in to it, and straight down is the heel of your foot, and from there we're just vertical. Yeah, so, you know, we can say this video's title on the 20, it's not the 20, but it's the 1st of July, 2026. You can only adduct or abduct from the neutral here under In The Image Clothing Company's main site. It's gravity, okay? We could also say abduction of the legs is pronation of the feet. Adduction of the legs is supination of the feet. The feet roll on the outside when the legs come in. The feet roll on the inside when the legs go out. It's just physics. So yeah, you'll never possibly have your body working properly unless you're standing with just your feet an even distance apart from the top of your upper legs. The heel of the foot is just straight down from the top of the upper legs, and then from there you can go anywhere you can go, determined by the shape and length of your own individual bones, right? But there's just that even distance in width for those feet to grip arches, because we're just at the heel of our foot, at the bottom end of our upper leg bone, and that's right at our ankle joint, which is a hinge, and then off the ankle joint we have this lever of the foot, okay? It's just mechanics. There's only one way the human body could ever possibly work. Anyway, I'm done with this video. I'll be here for life, though. I am the founder and leader for life of In The Image Clothing Company. In The Image Clothing Company shoelace technique, 0 drop, determine any brand of shoe. You know, we give a lot of free modifications in clothing, though. Universal clothing imbalances shipped across the entire planet Earth in modern 2026 in ways that could never have possibly happened in the past, because we've got the technology now to do that. We live in a right-handed world. We get into universal patternings, to a degree at least, across the Earth. And there's always still only one way the human body grows, designed by God in this universal human design. Your body can be slightly different, sure, but, you know, very, very small percentile difference, and we address that where it is needed, if needed. But yeah, there you go. Gravity, vertical. I'm in a squat right now. Guess how far apart the heels of my feet are.